I know it's dark outside, and these videos are, obviously more for me than anything, but, I just felt the need to talk, and, I plan on doing these videos once a week, but, I started emailing myself, and honestly, that's really helped. But these videos feel very fluent, and, like, they're literally just a space for me to, exist and say my thoughts out loud, and I kind of feel like I need that space right now. Anyway, so I got TikTok, and I posted a bunch of my poetry, and the videos that I have on YouTube, I just posted them on there as well, since it's a 10-minute mark, which is awesome. I love that. But I was scrolling, and, I don't know, I feel like there's some videos that I saw that just, like, kind of talk about the dating scene, and how there's so many situationships lately, like, people don't really treat each other with respect, and, I don't know, there was a time in my life where I did that too. It was earlier, I guess it was last year, but I actually talked about this in my last video too, how in the past, I've gone off trying to replicate something that was already gone, trying to find pieces of myself and other people by toying with limerence, the idea of this person, how they could make me feel, this love that had just gone, from my ex, and, I went off and I dated a bunch of people, and I hooked up with a lot of people too, and, I feel like loving myself is probably my biggest struggle, and part of that comes with forgiving myself, letting go of my pain, and my pain that has caused other people pain. I was always very transparent with people. I always let them know, like, hey, I'm not over my ex, I'm in a really shitty mental situation right now, I'm really going through it, and I'm not looking for a relationship, I can't be committed to someone, and, I'd be honest with people about my feelings to the best of my ability, but I still would engage in these relationships, and, I guess the one that affects me the most is my ex, because, our breakup itself went well, but the 3-4 months after that did not go well. We just kept going back to each other. Neither of us really had the strength or kind of the self-respect to walk away from the situation, despite the fact that it was hurting us. And, we dated for a year and a half. Like, we were in love. He was my first love. And as soon as we broke up, I went and slept with a bunch of other people. And, on and off, but between those periods, or even when I was talking to him, I would still go see other people. And I just didn't really know how to let go of him. I still loved him, but I wasn't really in love with him anymore. And it wasn't fair for me to, keep engaging him with him romantically and sexually, when I just wasn't really present anymore. And I've come a long way, I would say I don't think about him constantly, and, like, want to be with him or anything, but, like, he was still my best friend, and sometimes I grieve those memories, but I also just feel guilty for the way that I treated him, given the fact that I loved him so much. We had our issues, of course, but I believe that he loved me to the best of my ability, and I think that he did a really good job trying to work through my issues with me. I don't think anybody is really equipped to do those things, necessarily, especially in a relationship. Like, I don't think that you can fix each other, and I just were, so dependent on him, and he said that was okay and everything, but I don't know, I just still feel guilty sometimes, and I just have to let go of, that guilt over and over and over again, and I think that guilt is a good thing, because it hurts, and it tells you, hey, don't do that, don't hurt people, that's shitty of you, but also, when I hold on to that guilt for too long, it holds me back from becoming a better version of myself, and I feel like the number one thing that I tried to do is prove to myself that I'm not the girl that hurt him. By not really, and how I do that is by not engaging in those relationships with people anymore. With my boyfriend now, I do my best to communicate with him, and I would say that our communication is very effective. I pretty much tell him literally everything, and, we work through our issues together, and I'm very lucky to have him and everything, and I'm super grateful too. I don't, lead people on or have those hookups or push people away or, block my boyfriend or just straight up leave whenever we start to talk about something that's uncomfortable or triggering to me. I don't self-harm or lash out in those similar self-destructive ways that also self-sabotage our relationship. Sometimes I just need to affirm myself that I'm doing the best I can, and sometimes I guess it doesn't look like that, and I'm kind of hard on myself that it doesn't look how I want it to look, or I guess I think it should look. Me just having some better habits and, taking care of my physical needs and whatnot, but also just loving myself and helping myself through these hard times, and these videos are kind of a resemblance of that, as a way that I can talk to myself and allow myself that time and that space for my feelings and what's going on inside, give it some peace, some clarity, speak to it. I guess what I have to say right now is, I'm sorry for hurting him, but I'm also sorry for hurting myself, and I let go of this guilt that I'm feeling. changed. I feel like I've completely uprooted my life in some areas. You know, I don't have that job that I was working at for a year, and I've gotten so much better at communicating, and I don't put myself in harmful situations anymore, and I don't, you know, treat people like I'm falling head over heels for them, because, you know, it's this limerence, and then this fantasy land wears off where I'm like, fuck, they can't help me, they can't fix me, they can't save me. Everybody in my life, you know, tells me I'm a really kind person, that I'm polite and I'm respectful, and I do my best to help, and I realize that why I haven't been able to show up for those people in the past, or why people aren't able to show up for each other, is because they aren't able to show up for themselves. And I don't, like, ever want me not being able to show up for myself translating into me not being able to show up for other people, or harming my relationships. And I think that it's okay to, you know, have those bad habits and heal and be where you are right now. Like, if I'm feeling, you know, guilty or shitty or depressed or whatever I'm feeling, you know, like, it's okay to feel that way, but I just have to communicate with people. I have to let them know what's going on in my mind, and I have to reach out for help. You know, I have to know that it's okay to feel these ways, and to also not excuse my bad behavior or say that it didn't happen, or, you know, yeah. So I forgive myself, and I guess at the end of the day, you know, like, I just want this. I went back and I apologized to people. Some of them I felt like it wasn't, that apology didn't give me that sort of like closure, you know, because I didn't feel like I was able to apologize to them properly. But there were people that I made time and space for, you know, hours. I drove, you know, hours to go and sit with someone in a park on a super sunny day, to have the conversation, to give them that time and space to tell me what was going on, and the way that I treated them, how it made them feel. I feel like I took accountability. I did take accountability. I'm trying not to be the girl that hurt those people anymore. I'm trying not to be that girl that hurts myself anymore. But it's hard, you know? It's like literally part of my identity, that pain that I carry. I need to let go of those things. I need to let go of that pain. Anyway, if you did listen, I just want to say thank you. And I probably am going to post this to TikTok as well, just because I love sharing my journey with the world. And if it brings anybody some sort of peace and, you know, not feeling alone, I'm glad that I can do that for them. But this is also just a safe space for me. So, yeah, thank you.